So basically, I just wanted to briefly talk about how it's so many men online, gossiping and bickering and going back and forth and kind of, you know, being childish. And, it's becoming, a normal thing. It's becoming popular to be, for men to be online gossiping and just a whole bunch of childishness. And I feel like a lot of women are starting to lose hope in a lot of men. And in my opinion, when a man do a lot of gossiping and stuff like that, that's feminine energy. So when you hear about somebody gossiping, even if you don't know who it is, you immediately think it's a woman. But a lot of men are starting to, embody or embrace feminine energy like never before. And everything around us is energy. Everything around us, everything in us is energy. And, I'm not talking about men online that are, commentating about, politics or sports and stuff like that. I'm just talking about like going back and forth, gossiping, talking about each other, and stuff like that. And we might get a kick out of it at first. But after a while, it's like, okay, this is getting old. When are y'all going to grow up? When are y'all going to man up? And I don't know if y'all have noticed, but a lot of women, pardon me, a lot of men who do a lot of talking online or just gossiping in general. It doesn't even have to be online. It can be in just regular, everyday life. A lot of men that do a lot of talking, like what Dame Dash called chatty patties, a lot of them niggas is single. A lot of them are single. And when I say single, I mean not married. They might have girlfriends or women that they talk to or whatever, or women they have been dealing with for a while. But a lot of those men, they are not married. They are not married. And I think that the reason why a lot of them aren't married is because they're so tapped into their feminine energy that either they don't want to get married because they so full of themselves, or that woman that they're with don't want to really get married. Now, if he's wealthy and he, successful, he got money and stuff like that, a lot of the women, they will marry you. They will marry you, in a situation like that, or they'll have children by men like that. And I'm just being honest. So because they want to like secure their future. Like a lot of them probably, masturbate when that man is not there at home. They probably use their own little instruments and stuff to get off. They probably don't really get off with their significant other, because a lot of times if you find a man attractive, let's say you find a man attractive on your job, and every time you see him, he gossiping and talking about somebody. A lot of times it's hard to even imagine sleeping with him. It's hard to imagine him pleasing you in bed. I mean, a lot of women need help getting damp down there. Some women have to use lubricants and stuff like that to get damp down there because of the fact that they man just not doing it for them. And, it's just really sad and unfortunate, because I get tired of a lot of these men, that's doing all this gossiping and excess talking and stuff. They keep talking about what we need to do. Nigga, what are you doing? You talking about we need to do this and do that. Are you doing that for your own child? Is your own child, does your child know how to do that? Is your child, you know, learning on their level, know stuff on the level that they should know it? You know, and some of these men, they spend so much time online doing all this extra talking and carrying on. They can't even handle their business at home. They girlfriends or wives suffering because he all online doing all this talking, and he can't even make sure his own family's straight. That's why a lot of pastors that don't know how to balance home life and church life end up in divorce. And if I'm not mistaken, Noel Jones had allegedly said that's why he ended up getting a divorce, because he had put so much time into the ministry that he forgot about his home life. And, you know, a lot of times, you know, that's why I said men, they have embodied that feminine energy. It has been a transference in the atmosphere. Something is off kilt. I don't know whether it's the North Pole, South Pole, the magnetic energy. I don't know what's going on. But a lot of these men, a lot of women don't even want them. You know, and, you know, Kevin Samuels, he do the best he can trying to give advice and stuff. But unfortunately, a lot of these women, they leveling up to be by themselves or leveling up to possibly even be with another woman. And it's sad, but in some cases, it's true. I mean, look at, you know, Niecy Nash. I never thought that she would have been with a woman ever, and I never, ever would have thought it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm happy for her that she's happy. Don't get me wrong. You know, and a lot of women are going to be following in her footsteps. And her Niecy Nash significant other is a nice looking lady. She's a nice looking lady. She really is. And other women might start patterning their lives after her. And not necessarily that they're trying to, but it just might happen because, like I said, everything is energy. And a lot of times people, you know, they try to figure out how is it that a man that's supposed to be straight can fall in love with a tranny. It's because that tranny is feminine. It's feminine energy that's attracting him to that tranny. Everything is energy. And if that tranny is more feminine than other women in his life, he might gravitate to that transgender individual. And, you know, everything's just, you know, I don't know what's going on. They got a whole bunch of videos on zombies and stuff like that. A lot of it's people who act like zombies now. But a lot of people are not acting like themselves. They have tapped over into a different kind of energy. And I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know what's going on. I don't know whether it's the food, the water, something in the air, or what, but something is going on. It's a biochemical warfare that could be going on. That's causing things to be not in order. That's causing men to tap into their feminine side and causing women to tap more into their masculine side. You know, but, you know, a lot of women have tapped over into their masculine side because they kind of had to. They have to step up to the plate because they don't really have any men in their rightful roles doing what they're supposed to be doing. And this is not all men, because there are some men out there that got it going on. I mean, I'm talking about they act like a man. But something is going on. Something is going on. I looked at that lady, Ashley Says So, and almost she do Hollywood Scandals, and she's really good at what she do. And to my surprise, and to a lot of other people's surprise, a lot of those black men that she did those Hollywood scandal on, you would be amazed at how many of those men were drag queens, gay, or their fathers were drag queens or transgender. And I'm not saying that it's anything wrong with that. All I'm saying is that is not natural for a lot of that. A lot of men, this what they call like fruity. Where I'm from, they call them children. I don't know where they get that name from, but they call them, oh, he children, girl, he children. But a lot of men that are just like that, some men do not want to be that way. They're fighting that thing that's making them that way. Some of them are like that because they like that, and then other men are like that because they don't really know. They don't know where that urge ended. I met a guy one time, and he told me that he would have dreams about men doing things with men. And he said he don't know where it came from. He said he don't know where this was coming from. But he said he would wake up and have wet dreams thinking about other men, dreaming about other men. And like I said, I love the gays. I hang with the gays, not heavy, but, as acquaintances and stuff like that. But something is going on. I don't know what, but something is going on. And, my grandmother said one time that it's going to come a time where we're going to see a man in the street and we're going to be like, oh, there go a man. And honey, that time is drawing nigh. It really is. And like I said, I love everybody. You know what I'm saying? This human. Because there's a lot of people walking around that they are not human. But I love everybody. I don't care what your sexual preference is, and that is a fact. I'm trying to tell you, I have hung with them over, and I'm talking about lesbian women. I have hung with lesbian women closer than some straight people, and that's the truth. And they have helped me and bent over backwards for me on jobs and stuff. But that's all I wanted to say, y'all. I'll probably do another video here shortly. Thank you for tuning in. All right.